The BAR versus KG M40, these are the two most accurate assault rifles in all of Warzone, but which one is better? That is what I'm here to answer by looking at their stats in depth and telling you how they perform based on my in-game experience testing out their best classes, which I'll give you at the end. Welcome back, I'm Austin. Let's start by going over one of the most important stats, fire rate, where the KG has a good advantage with 645 rounds per minute to the BAR's 400. However, we can improve both weapons with different ammo types and barrels with 789 and 492 rounds per minute respectively. This will make them both more forgiving if you miss a shot. However, the BAR is still far below average in this fire rate, and the KG goes to above average. The KG with its base fire rate will be better here because it's more accurate, and these are long-range specialist assault rifles. And with the KG's base fire rate, it only adds 93 milliseconds to its TTK per missed shot, whereas the BAR with the improved fire rate will still add 122 milliseconds. That makes the KG 29 milliseconds more forgiving. This is a decent advantage, and speaking of time to kills, let's actually talk about their base TTKs and then their potential setup time to kills. The KG will have a way better TTK up close with 837 milliseconds to the BAR's 900. Both of these aren't great, but we can lower them with their improved fire rates, 684 milliseconds and then the BAR at 854. Either way, you never want to use the BAR up close. However, we don't want to use the KG with this fast fire rate at long range, and that's where it is at its best, so we'll be going back to its base fire rate TTKs. The long range time to kill will go to the KG at 930 milliseconds to the BAR's 976. With its most popular Klauser 40-round mag setup. The KG's time to kill got 90 milliseconds better at the start of Season 4, which is what made this video a debate on which one is better, and so far the KG has the better fire rate and the time to kill, making it more forgiving. But which one will have the better base range? And the BAR will win with 36 meters to the KG's 33, but when we put the Klauser ammo on, that lowers the range of the BAR to 30 meters. Let's switch over to something the BAR will actually start to make a comeback with, and that's going to be damage. I'll be using the BAR with the Klauser ammo for the rest of the video for the stats because that's the most popular setup, and the BAR has a super high average damage because it has a super slow fire rate, and it makes up for that by having very high damage output. But where the BAR really wins is going to be consistency because the KG actually has a damage drop off from chest to stomach shots, which will lower your time to kill at long range, but you only need to hit 4 out of your 11 shots to the chest to keep the good time to kill at long range for the KG, but this still means that shot placement is definitely more vital on the KG M40's performance. Let's compare these recoil patterns on their setups, and these are the two easiest recoil patterns in Warzone by a mile. The BAR has minimal vertical recoil and absolutely zero horizontal. That is the straightest vertical recoil I've ever seen in any video game. The KG M40 has minimal sway to the side, but if you look at how little it moves, the magnitude of this recoil is the smallest in Warzone's history, even better than the Krig. Like, look at it next to the BAR. It's like about half the size and the BAR was already very little. Basically with the KG, it doesn't really matter if you even try to control the recoil, you're still going to be on target because it doesn't move anywhere. These are both extremely easy to use, and it doesn't matter your skill level, you're going to be hitting your shots with either one. These are the easy meta assault rifles. Let's just move on to the bullet velocity, and the KG M40 has a better base bullet velocity with 900 meters per second to 890, so no noticeable difference there. But with the most popular attachments on the KG to the BAR, it's going to make a big difference with 1579 meters per second to the BAR's 1327. These are both really good, but the KG makes it even easier to hit your shots at long range because the faster bullet travel means less bullet drop off, and you don't have to lead your shots as much. So a very nice advantage to the KG right there. Next up, damage per mag at close and long range is going to be the KG M40 easily, and this is because we have a way bigger magazine with 60 rounds to 40. This is a big factor in larger game modes like trios and quads. It won't have any factor when you're playing solos. The BAR is not quite good enough for quads because of the Klauser ammo only having 40 rounds and lowering your damage per shot. If you use the BMG ammo, this would flip this category, and the KG M40 has plenty of damage per mag, especially paired with great accuracy. Switching over to the close range damage per second, with the KG winning with 351 to 317, and the same will hold true at long range damage per second with 298 to 278 damage per second, and this is because the KG M40 has a better time to kill. Finally, going over to the base movement stats, the BAR is going to be better with the ADS and ADS movement, while the KG is better with movement, sprint to fire, and stray speed. These weapons basically have identical movement stats in every single category if you really look at them closely. They are extremely similar. There are no advantages here between the weapons. They're both a little slow, but that is fine because these weapons are mid to long range specialists, and you should never be having them out when you're up close unless you have to. If you've been enjoying this video so far, let's get this video to 50 likes and make sure to subscribe, then you can get notified when more Warzone videos are released. And I've given you the information, and it's time for my verdict on which weapon is better. The KG M40 easily. If we're comparing it with the 40-round Clouser build of the bar, the BMG ammo that no one uses makes it much more debatable on which weapon's better, but let me know if you're interested in a video about that. Both weapons are incredibly easy to use and hit your shots, but the KG just does it better. First, we got the bullet velocity, which makes it easier to hit your shots at long range. Then we got the damage per mag, which makes it easier to clear whole teams without needing to reload. And we have a better time to kill with a more forgiving weapon because of the faster fire rate. The Clouser ammo bar is just a worse KG M40 overall, with no real advantages over it outside of the consistent damage, but we only need those 4 chest shots to keep the good time to kill on the KG at long range, which is extremely easy to accomplish. So the KG M40 is going to be arguably the best assault rifle in Warzone, and is definitely the best AR for average to below average skill level players. I've loved using this KG M40 a lot recently, but let's get into these class setups real quick. Let's start with the bar, and this is the most popular setup that will match all the stats from this video, and it is really easy to use, but I personally would run it like this. And as you can see, I'm going to have quite a few different changes. The first and most apparent one is going to be the ammo type, which definitely changes how the gun functions. You're going to want to tap fire this one instead of holding down the trigger, making it fully automatic, and it's going to be an absolute beam just like the other one, but you get way more upside. And then from there, I made a few changes like the Mercury silencer over the MX because we get no cons, and we don't need the extra bullet velocity from the MX because of the ammo type we have. And then I also switch up to this 27-inch barrel instead of the 30 because once again, this has less penalties than the 30. And from there, we use the Cooper instead of the Chariot because this is also going to help with our initial firing recoil because we are tap firing this weapon. So that makes the initial firing recoil the most important, which is why I also use stippled grip tape. And this is going to be amazing to use. I'm going to make a whole nother video on why this setup is better than the other bar one. Let's go over to the KG M40. There's only really 2 changes that you can make to this class setup, and by the way, this is going to be the exact stats from the video, the absolute beam. You can make the hand stop barrel and switch it to the strife angle if you want to get rid of more of the side-to-side recoil, but this hurts our aim down sight speed, and that's already a problem on the bar and KG, so the hand stop only hurts our hip fire, and this still helps our recoil in both aspects. But if you want the weapon to feel a little bit nicer and get the ADS and movement speed up, you can go with the Mark V Skeletal, and this thing's still going to be an absolute beam. It's up to you, really. And the other change you could make is switching from tight grip to brace, because they did nerf tight grip slightly, but I still think it's the better perk in this scenario. And then from there, everything else is pretty much set in stone. Hatch grip is easily the best rear grip for long range weapons. The 3 to 6 times optic is perfect for this because there's absolutely no visual recoil. And then this Reisdorf 720 shrouded is what makes our bullet velocity insane, and it gives us better flinch resistance. So this weapon is going to be incredible for long range. And if you want to see why the bar is better with the BMG ammo instead of the Clouser, you can click on this video right here, or you can click on this video comparing 2 different SMGs. Peace.
No, yeah. No.
Nice. Don't. That's not
Don't
it.
push, bro.
Well, that guy's an idiot, so I guess.
Oh, okay.
He's got the guy's right there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Behind you.
Nasty.
Shit. Let's go.
Good job. You don't even need it.
Let's go.